Hello guys, welcome to this new tutorial of solving Gradle errors, the plugin errors. So today we have a new error of Android Gradle plugin, and specifically there is, as you can see, Android Gradle plugin requires a Java 11 or higher to run. So probably you could be having, currently you could be having Java 1.8 or lower than that, or not 11 or 11 and below, or below 11. Once you don't have maybe the Java version you have is below 11, you're currently susceptible to be receiving this same error. So probably you could be having Java 8, 7, stuff like that, but once you don't have Java 11, you're so much susceptible to be having this error in your IDE. So currently I'm using IntelliJ. I received this error currently, a while back. So this is how the error manifests in your build or your logcat, blah blah red lines. You currently have to step up your Java version to probably 11 or higher. So the error, of course, comes as a message, and in case that you're probably trying to use an Android Gradle plugin with an incompatible version of the Java that you have on your computer. So what you have to do, you will find that the the Android Gradle plugin that you have requires Java 11 or higher to run, but you have probably a lesser version of it, and you will always have that incompatibility problem, and it always throws an error which happens not to be good. So to fix this error, you need to update your Java installation to probably Java 11 or higher, and I'm going to be showing you how to do that in a couple of seconds. But first of all, currently we have more new versions of Java that are even higher than 11. You can go ahead and install them, and I will be showing you how to install them in a couple of minutes. So step one. Now, as you can see that we're going to be having steps on how to install this and how to go by this error. So step number one, we would encourage you to download and install the latest version of JDK, uh, probably 11 or higher, and of course you have to download it from the official versions or the official websites of the Oracle. Oracle is actually the company that is actually uh, responsible for building and upgrading and facilitating, supporting, Java and JDK. So all you can do it via your operating system's package manager. Of course, that's a tutorial for another day. But we're going to be doing the quicker one, more simpler one, which is downloading JDK 11 or higher from its official website, which is Oracle website. Okay, now once we've downloaded that, number two, we're going to be uh, opening our Android Studio in this case. Now, so many people have different IDEs, that's the integrated development areas. For example, our environments, you have Eclipse, you have NetBeans, you have IntelliJ, and you have Android Studio itself that most people use to develop Android. So these days now the new norm has become IntelliJ. It has become the IDE of the day. So assuming that you're using Android Studio, step one, you're going to click on your file, and from the file menu you have to select the project structure. So after selecting the project, don't worry, I'm going to be showing you this in a couple of seconds on my, of course, preferable IDE, which is IntelliJ. And then when you open your project structure, you will see the project SDK section, of course, and the newly installed JDK. If at all you installed the new JDK and installed it on the computer, downloaded and installed it on the computer, you will be able to see it in that section, and you just have to go ahead and choose it and then rerun the program. So before rerunning, click OK and apply the changes, and then rerun, or you can reopen the IDE and it will apply it automatically. So finally, you will have to rebuild your project to ensure that the changes have taken effect, and after following all these steps, the error message should disappear and you should be able to see the Android Gradle plugin without any issues. So without wasting time, let me try to open my IDE here and I see how I can go about it. Okay, so as I told you, I'm using IntelliJ as my preferable IDE. So I have my projects open. You can go ahead and click on File, just like we saw, File, step number 1. Then go to navigate through the drop down to the to the project structure. Click on the project structure. Once you click on the project structure, you will see that a lot of other things are opened. You have a dialog box open here. You have the project settings, then you have the platform settings. Now looking at the platform settings, you have the SDKs, and this is the most important part. It's what we are mostly interested in. Click on your SDKs and all the installed SDKs will be showing here. You can see we have Java 1.8, 1.8, Android API 22 platform. We have Gradle for Maven. We have Liberia for Maven, JDK, OpenJDK for Java, OpenJDK. We have 19 and 20. Currently we have 20, and also we have Python. But now, assuming that you had downloaded JDK 19 or 20, which is actually higher than 11 or equal higher than 11 in that case, so it's going to be working on a platform, and if at all we install this or we implement this, we're not going to be experiencing any errors again. So choose the installed JDK, which was preferably higher than 11 or equal to 11. So we have, for example, JDK 19. After choosing 19, you will see all its libraries loaded here. Go ahead and click on OK, and after clicking OK, click on Apply. I already have it installed. I don't need to do that, but if you have just installed it, click OK and apply. Immediately after applying, come back to your project section and then rebuild. This is what we have our rebuild, but in Android Studio, they kind of the same, of course. You will see an icon called build. Once you click on build, you can see that the build progress is actually in place, and within a couple of seconds, the project will be built and ready to take off or ready to run. And once you run the project, probably you're not going to be experiencing any errors in your project. Okay, don't worry about this. This is about something else that we can open, probably users or some other, of course, this case project, and we try to run it. Now that we've put it together, you can see it's running perfect, no errors. So after doing this in your Android Studio, I guarantee you're not going to be experiencing any errors anymore. So basically that's it. You can see it's clear. You have appearance, then you have probably not going to be seeing the SDK at once. If at all you have these old settings where you have the build, execute and deployment, click on that, then click on the build tools, and then under the build tools you have the Gradle. Click on Gradle, you will see something like this, the build parameters. Go to the Gradle JDK, click on drop down, you will be able to see the version that you've just installed, which is 11 or higher. Click on that and then go ahead and click on OK and apply, and after that, just like we've done, build your project. So you rebuild your project and the error will be gone. Another version of kind of the same version, settings, Gradle, and then Gradle JDK, choose 11 which has been installed, click on apply here and click on OK. So the error will be gone. So thank you for watching. Probably see you in the next story.